Hi, I'm Mike Driscoll, the president of Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and it's my pleasure to talk to you today about a great partnership that illustrates a lot of what's right with IUP. We're very pleased to have our students working with Renda Broadcasting to provide you with video broadcast of Heritage Conference football games. Our students are working side by side with professionals in the industry, are making real-world discoveries, learning how to do the business of an actual broadcast, and we know that when they walk out the door, they'll be ready to go to work and be productive immediately. It's a great service, and it's a great way to feature our community athletic teams. Thanks very much.
This is Mark Burdick, Vice President and General Manager of Renda Broadcasting. I hope you're enjoying tonight's telecast of our Heritage Conference Game of the Week. We at Renda Broadcasting are very proud of our partnership with the IUP Communications Media Department and the Heritage Conference. High school football is a part of the fabric of Western Pennsylvania, and every week our 4 radio stations here in Indiana County feature a game. Homer Center Wildcats play on AM 1160 WCCS, the Indiana High Little Indians on AM 1450 WDAD, the Blairsville Bobcats on Cat Country 106.3 FM, and U92.5 features a different game every week involving Heritage Conference teams. U92 is also the home of the IUP Crimson Hawks and the Pittsburgh Penguins. We're receiving tremendous feedback on our telecasts and are enjoying working with the talented IUP Communications Media students who are making this production the success that it's turned out to be. So we hope you enjoy our coverage, and I thank you for supporting the student athletes who work so hard both in and out of the classroom. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Heritage Conference Football. Tonight's matchup features the Saltsburg Trojans versus the Penn's Manor Comets, next on IUP TV.
Football on the tee. It's so weird to look out there and not see Stephen Dumm and Luke Ruddick.
Yes.
But they're not there anymore. Christian Marshall will tee it up back deep. Tyler Frasine is one of the men. And looks like Garrett Amoros is the other. And the approach and the football in the air. And it will be taken by Amoros back at the 7-yard line. He's to the 20, to the 25, the 30, the 34, the 35-yard line. Burst through and managed to make it out there a little bit more. That was Garrett Amoros with a nice return, about close to 30 yards on that return, and Salzburg set up 1st and 10.
Nice little stutter step around the 30-yard line, too, by Amoros. Avoid a tackle, get about 7 more yards on the play. And one thing that hasn't changed about some of these guys is the kicker for Penn's Manor is still one of the bigger guys on the team, as it has been over the past couple of years, and still had a pretty good leg on him.
1st and 10 out of the pistol. Tyler Frasine looks things over. He's got a man back there. That's Amoros. Frasine will take it and kick it outside. That's not Frasine. That was not Frasine at quarterback. So starting under center, or actually in the backfield, is Frankie Plowman. So Frankie is in there tonight.
Well, that's going to make things interesting then tonight, because Frasine is out there and Plowman is the guy that's going to be under center for a good bit of this game, I would imagine.
Frankie's had a bad wheel. He lost a yard. It will be 2nd down and 11 for the Trojans as he tried to take it off the right side. So we'll have to scout and see where Tyler Frasine lines up. He's at the wideout right now, split wide right. Always have to watch him. They'll double him over there, as a matter of fact. And there's a flag before they even get the play off. And that's going to be a delay of game on Salzburg.
I don't know what your game was last week, Don, how it was.
In terms of penalties?
Yes.
Piles of them.
Yeah, well, I can speak for the game that I called, the Penn's Manor, or excuse me, Blairsville Purchase line, and there were piles of them too, and it just seems like that's been the trend this year with every single game that we've had. There's just been so many penalties. And
certainly by week 4, that ought to be out of your system. Here we go now. Frankie Plowman is a sophomore, 6'1", 180. Played a lot of quarterback as a freshman. He's got Frasine in the slot to his right on 2nd down and 16. And out of the gun, he'll fake it and then keep it himself right up the middle, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all because Penn's Manor collapses on him.
Smoji right there on the tackle as well, one of the many guys.
Zach Natko there as well. So 3rd down and 16. Plowman 2 carries for -1 to start out this game. Just underway on homecoming night at Corrigan Field.
Trojans continuing to try to go up the middle. And despite losing some of those big guys, Comets have found guys to replace them. And that is a big offensive line for Salzburg, and Penn's Manor has found a way to penetrate it.
Krasny to the left side now. Plowman on 3rd down and 16. His back to pass. He releases. He's got a man in the slot. The catch is made, and he's free. He's got the 1st down and more. There is a flag on the play to the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10, and all the way into the end zone for a touchdown to Tanner Yard. Toss and run, but it's all coming back.
That was a nice pass across the middle, too. Boy.
69-yard is called back by an ineligible man downfield.
It was a great play, and Plowman had stood in the pocket. He took a hit after the throw, delivered it right across the middle, and he found the wide open guy. And you know, that's the one thing, if you're going to show so much attention to, Frasine over there, you're going to have a guy that's probably going to pop open. That time it was Tanner Yard, but unfortunately, it's all for naught.
Ineligible man downfield, and so Salzburg will lose that 69-yard touchdown and be penalized 5 more. And it will be now 3rd down and 21 to go.
Very good read, though, by Frankie Plowman, and it's a shame that pass.
It's a nice toss, wasn't it?
Yeah, very well executed play. It's just a shame that ended up being null and void.
All right. Same setup. Frasine to the left. Tanner Yard again in that slot right. Plowman in the gun will send a man in motion. That's Amoros. Now he wants to throw the wide receiver screen. Almost picked off. Stepping in front on the read there was Beck Branton, who had 15 yards and a score right in front of him, but he dropped the ball.
It was a similar type play that they faked earlier in this series, where the receiver kind of took a step back and they didn't throw it to him, but that time Penn's Manor kind of saw something in one of the previous plays and read it very beautifully right there. Almost took it back to the house. Should have taken it to the house.
Just jumped the route is what he did, and so a punt situation for the Trojans.
And again, penalties, Todd. It's a killer. 2 on the first drive.
Back deep for the Comets is Phoenix Grillo. And the punt, a little spiral, will bounce at the 48 of the Trojans and roll dead at the 49, and that's where they will take over. That was actually Bailey Mumaw back to receive that. I didn't think I was reading that number right. At any rate, it will be Penn's Manor taking over with great field position at the Saltsburg 49-yard line. 1st and 10. No score, 9:34 left in the opening quarter.
Well, our first opportunity to see the Comets offense in action. It's a 2-1 Comets team, but you look back, really gave Homer Center a run for their money. You kind of fell apart in that second half of that game, but other than that, they've been a very solid team this year.
Clayton Stupik has Bailey Mumaw back there with him. He takes the snap, rolls, he wants to throw. It's intercepted. Intercepted, I believe, by Amoros. He's out to the 40, the 45, 46-yard line. And so it was Amoros. And Salzburg gets it right back, and they're in great field position at their 46.
Stupik's got a good arm, just made a very bad read that time. Amoros came up, read the play, and threw it to a guy who just wasn't open. And Amoros sat back there and read the play beautifully.
Now trips to the right for Salzburg. And on 1st down, Frasine is at quarterback. He's got 3 receivers to the right. He throws the wide receiver screen. He's got Tanner Yard stepping up, hitting him, and bringing him down. Beck Branton was the first guy to touch him, and then coming on to finish him off was Bailey Mumaw.
Branton's down, though.
And he looks like he's holding a shoulder. Branton missed most of last season after injuring, I believe it was a knee. The completion was actually for a loss of 4 yards. So Frasine quarterback that time to Yard. And Beck Branton is going to be down on the field maybe for a little bit of time. So let's take a timeout. It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday. Wait a second. Are they getting them up? They're getting them up. All right. Sorry, Danielle. We're going to keep them here. Bill Packer gives them a pat on the shoulder pads. The loss was 4. It will be 2nd and 14. And they did get them sitting up, but they're not going to get them standing up just yet. Now I'll go up. And Beck will come off the field. He's a junior.
Might have just had the wind knocked out of him.
Well,
not holding his shoulder, not showing any signs right now, but you're right, he was kind of holding his shoulder.
I think he went down low, and his helmet might have hit the leg of Tanner Yard, so there might be. They used to call that getting your bell rung before it became known just how serious that was. He might have gotten himself a bit of a ding on the head. So,
well, he's going to take a break for at least one play.
2nd and 14. They're not attending to him. He's just, I think, shaking out the cobwebs. Plowman is at the wideout now with Frasonnet at quarterback on 2nd and 14. They've got trips to the right once again. That's the short side of the field. They're on the right hash mark. Frasonnet is going to give it to Amoros, and Amoros is going to get a yard, and that's about it.
Comets are just swarming to the ball right now. Salzburg just continues to move backwards, it seems like, when they're getting the football. The Comets are just everywhere. They're reading these plays beautifully. They're just right there every time the play is called, and they're not being fooled at all.
Now, Frasonnet went and got the play from the sideline, but then came back and gave it to Frankie Plowman. So we'll see who lines up at the QB this time. It looks like it will be Plowman, and Frasonnet's in the slot left. Twins on either side of Plowman, the quarterback, with Amoros vacating the backfield. And he has the snap. He wants to throw down the center of the field. He's got Frasonnet. Frasonnet to the 40. Makes a move to the 30-yard line. And he's tripped up at the 24-yard line. Open field tackle by Penn's Manor's Cyrus Lead. But that's a big, big gain there for the Saltsburg Trojans.
Well, that time they had Frasonnet in single coverage. They had Beck Branton covering them, but what they did was they sent Garrett Amoros in motion, and Beck Branton paused and was looking for that screen with Amoros out of the backfield. And because of that, Frasonnet hit the seam, and was wide open. And that's one guy you cannot let wide open, and that's exactly why, but he's so dangerous.
34 yards on the reception. Frasonnet now at quarterback on 1st and 10. From the 24-yard line, handoff, Amoros met and dropped. Penn's Manor's defense playing well in the center of the football field. Samoji in there on that tackle. Also on the stop was Corey Franks, a senior. A gain of a yard by Amoros.
But that was a well-executed pass play, but you could hear some of the defensive coaches next to us, Todd, yelling, watch number 2, watch number 2. And no, they didn't watch number 2 in that.
Number 2 is going to be the quarterback this set, and he'll empty the backfield. He's got 3 to the right and a tight end to the right as well. Single receiver to the left. Frasonnet is going to take it right up the center of the football field. He gets by one man, but then he's hit at the 20-yard line, falls forward, and he'll be brought down at the 19. Samoji off the bottom of the pile for Penn's Manor. Once more, we'll call that name a lot tonight.
Stupik in there as well. Maybe picked up 4 yards, 3.5, but
it'll be 3rd down and 5. On the 20-yard line. Okay, so we'll make it, and that's the 19-yard line. So it's 3rd and 5 for the Trojans. Again, Frasonnet is the quarterback. Trips to the right. Plowman is one of those. The snap, he throws that wide receiver screen over the head of the intended receiver, Amoros. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. 4th down and 5 to go from the Penn's Manor 19. Here's a big, big play.
And if you're, the Penn's Manor defense, you got to stay on your toes because they're mixing up the quarterbacks, and both are effective quarterbacks between Plowman and Frasonnet. That time the ball got a little bit away from Tyler. Actually, lucky it wasn't a backward lateral. But
Frasonnet's the quarterback. Amoros is back there with him. I'm guessing he keeps it here, the snap, and he wants to throw. Rolls to his right, he releases, he's hit as he does. The blitz coming from the outside, and the stop made by Penn's Manor on 4th down, and give credit on that play. Is that number 18, Trent Franks, sophomore, made the hit on Frasinet, knocked the ball out of his hands as he threw it. Incomplete. Penn's Manor takes over on downs.
So that interception didn't come back to bite the Comets, and after a big pass play by Saltsburg, they weren't able to capitalize. So only one offensive play so far in this game by Penn's Manor, and it was that interception. It's hard to believe.
So let's see if they get back to the ground game here. Stupik will step under center, the quarterback. He's got twins back there. Mumaw is one of them. And on first down, he's going to hand it to Bailey Mumaw. Spins off a tackler, gets through another. He's to the 30, the 35, the 40-yard line. Stumbles out of a tackler. He's to the 40, to the 50, the 40 of Salzburg. Makes a move on the sideline. He's finally dragged out of bounds by Plowman, who then gets a 15-yard penalty.
Plowman tackled him a little bit high. From up here, a little bit questionable, but I'll tell you, Todd, what made that run was the spin move that he made near the line of scrimmage. He spun right out of a tackle. It looked like they had him just shy of a yard or two. That was an incredible little spin move, and just sensed that tackle coming and made a great move, and that sprung him loose, and then you just see the speed of Mumaw.
48 yards on the carry. The penalty is a face mask on Plowman, and so that's 15 more on top of that. Makes it a net of 63 yards.
Wow.
They go from their 19 to Salzburg's 19, first and 10 Comets. And they're feeling a little bit better about their field position now. Switch the 19s. They'll send a man in motion. That's Natko, or Grimaldi, I should say. The tight end. He resets on the right side, and on first down, the handoff is to Nathan Dumm. And Nathan, he breaks a couple of tackles. He stays on his feet. My goodness, look at him move the pile forward. He gets close to the 10-yard line. He was hit about a yard into it, and he ended up with 9.
You see some of these backs, and this is our first chance of seeing them in person, but, they're smaller than some of the backs we've seen from Penn's Manor in the past, but they are tough to bring down. And I think one of the things you said in the pregame show, Todd, they're tough to find. They move so quickly, and they're able to dance around behind their blockers. And if you're a defender, it's tough to find some of these guys.
Second down and a yard to go. They're at the 10-yard line, and the handoff comes around the end, and dancing into the end zone, Beck Branton is perfectly fine as he takes it 11 yards for the touchdown. Penn's Manor first on the board tonight. Beck Branton, the junior, with the score.
And you had 3 different backs touching that football on that drive, and they all found success. Credit the offensive line. They're giving these guys some room to run, but boy, you can't take too much credit away from what those guys carrying the football have done. They're all fast, and they've all got some good talent.
Extra point attempt will come from, I believe, 52, Christian Marshall. It will be out of the hold of Beck Branton, who just scored the touchdown. Straight on kicker. Little Fred Cox, Lou Groza action going here. And it's up. He pounded it through. Kick is good. It's 7-0 Penn's Manor. First quarter on an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school football Friday night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. From S&T Bank, my life, my bank. It's 92.5 FM U92, U92radio.com.
All we need is you. The Pennsylvania Governor's Awards for the Arts event is coming to Indiana, Pennsylvania, Sunday, September 28th. Celebrate the arts in Pennsylvania when Indiana becomes the Commonwealth's cultural capital for a day. Be a part of the magic when 5 Pennsylvanians are honored for their talent, innovation, and patronage. Salute Grammy Award-winning Jennifer Higdon, the Warhol Museum, and Pittsburgh artist Bob Qualters. See Johnstown businessman Mark Pascarella and Indiana attorney Myron Tom honored for patronage and service. Soak in the small-town American spirit of Indiana County while visiting artists and open studio tours. See a display of art flags created by local school students and the great work of the area's most accomplished youth artists. Hear the best sounds Indiana County has to offer on bandstands in IUP's scenic Oak Grove. Tickets to the evening's awards program are free but required. For details about those and all associated activities, visit PAGovArtsAwards2014.org or call 724-357-ARTS. Follow us on Twitter at PAGovArtsAwards or join the conversation on Facebook. The Pennsylvania Governor's Awards for the Arts. They're for everyone in Pennsylvania.
Our Our drive summary is a short one, brought to you by Wood Chevrolet of Plumville, where a wood deal is still a good deal for Penn's Manor. 3 plays, 81 yards. They covered it in 1 minute and 1 second. And the touchdown run from 11 yards out by Beck Brenton. It's 7-0 Comets.
Well, 2 of those 3 runs, Todd, weren't easy runs for the backs. They've really had to create some things on their own. And it shows you some of the talent they've got, the athleticism, and some of the speed.
Marshall approaches, a good kicker. He drives Amorous all the way back to the 5-yard line. And he's out to the 10, the 20-yard line. Stops on the 25, tries to reverse field, but Penn's Manor caught him there. And he goes down. That's where Salzburg will take over, trailing 7-0. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, an urgent care facility next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort and Conference Center. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 8 to 8, Saturdays and Sundays, 9 to 5 for the treatment of minor injuries and minor illnesses. Trojan fans, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Get in, get out, and get better. Their offense going to have to get a little bit better here.
Salzburg struggled. They've had 2 plays for negative yards, 2 plays for 0 yards, and a 34-yard play.
And a 69-yarder called back. Frasine starts at quarterback on this set. Trips to the right. He wants to take it right up the middle. He does. Caught around the shoestrings. And he's brought down by guy's made a couple of stops already tonight, Trent Franks. The gain is out to the 24-yard line. Pickup of 3.
I'm sorry, make that number 18, Trent Franks.
I think they're going to want to get Tyler a little bit more involved in this football game. He made that big catch for 34 yards, but when he's spread out a lot of the time and he's not in the backfield, good chance he's not going to get that football.
Hoping that by spreading the offense, they can spread the defense with him, and he's going to put the belly series in here and run it right up the middle. But the Salzburg offensive line they're just getting beat at the point of attack so far. Corey Franks in there again, and Andrew Samoji on the tackle for Penn's Manor, getting up off the bottom of the pile, as well as Zach Natko. And the gain is a yard. It's 3rd down and 5.
Well, it's not just one guy. It just seems like every time they run the football, there's 2 or 3 blue jerseys that are right there, right around the ball carrier. Penn's Manor is swarming to the football, and they're beating their blockers. They're getting right to it, and the Salzburg, the running backs, they've got nowhere to go.
4:06 left in the opening quarter. It is 7-0 Penn's Manor, and it's 3rd down and about 5 yards to go for the Trojans. And they've got twins on either side. Frasine, the quarterback, has the football, wants to throw. And he'll go long down the sideline, and he had nobody there. He was perfectly covered. The pass intended for Zach Sinclair, but great coverage down there by number 4 of Penn's Manor, Cyrus Lieb. 4th down on the way.
And that was actually Frankie Plowman who snuck in there at quarterback on that play, and they double covered Frasine, as I would expect almost every time he's split out that he's going to be double covered from this point forward, but nobody was open. Good coverage downfield by the Penn's Manor Comets.
All right, so it's 4th down, and the punt coming up from the Trojans once more. Jimmy Beidel. And he gets off a nice one. And it'll be fielded at the 45-yard line. Mumaw spins out of that tackle. He's to the 50, the 45, the 40, makes a little move, and he's out on the sideline to the 30. The 20-yard line for Bailey Mumaw. Cuts it inside, gets out of another tackler, and he's brought down at the 17-yard line. What a return there for Bailey Mumaw.
Well, he's got that spin move working okay tonight, doesn't he? The guy who hit him almost right as he caught that punt, and as he hit him, he spun right off it immediately. Just good running backs can sense that. They know how to get away from those tackles, and that was a great move by Bailey. And once he spun away from the initial tackler, good blocking downfield. Made a lot of things happen.
Going to call it the 18. And 3:29 left in the first quarter. Penn's Manor leading at 7-0 and threatening here. And there's a whistle. And the officials say Penn's Manor going to call timeout. Comets call timeout, leading at 7-0 on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday. 92.5 FM U92, online, MSA Sports Network at U92radio.com. Couple of scores across the Heritage Conference. Homer Center with a 6-0 lead over Marion Center in a game that a lot of folks are looking at. Blairsville and Ligonier Valley, they're tied at 7 in the first quarter. Here it's 7-0 Penn's Manor.
That Ligonier Valley Rams team is one, they lost that first week to Northern Cambria, but since then, they've been a team to contend with.
First down Penn's Manor. Colin Trinkley is in the backfield along with Bailey Mumaw. Stupik is going to give it to Trinkley, and look at him go. He got into the end zone, did he not? He did. That's Bailey Mumaw. Bailey
Just
Mumaw.
a quick handoff right up the middle to Bailey Mumaw. Some misdirection there in the backfield and some great play fakes. Carrying out those fakes, it had the defense, some of those linebackers hesitant a little bit, but by the time they realized who had the football, he was behind them, and that was one of the easier runs Bailey Mumaw is going to have, and it was for the touchdown.
Easy run for a touchdown. Lousy call by the broadcaster, but at any rate, it's 13-0. And Marshall to attempt the extra point. Pretty easy drive summary, too. And the snap, the hold is good. The kick, he drives it through once more. 14-0 Penn's Manor on an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school football Friday night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth on 92.5 FM U92 and U92radio.com.
All your professors, all of them, they know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one who makes a longer-lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star and who can change the world of a fifth grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.
Quick scorers by Penn's Manor have the Comets up 14-0. That drive summary brought to you by Wood Chevrolet of Plumville, where a wood deal is still a good deal. That was a short drive. You didn't even have to press the gas pedal all that much. One play, 18 yards, only took 5 seconds, and Penn's Manor leads at 14-0. Bailey Mumaw has been pretty special here tonight so far. Marshall's approach, the kick is off, and Amoros will field it at the 7-yard line. He's out to the 10 and the 20-yard line, the 25. And he was hit hard. Brought down at the 28. I don't know who that was. That was number 2.
Stupid.
Hit him out there. Clayton Stupik. And also on the hit for Penn's Manor was Adam Dumm, the freshman.
Not often do you see your quarterback playing almost all facets of the game, including kickoff, kick return, punt, defense, offense, but Clayton Stupik can do it all.
Football at the 29-yard line of the Trojans. They trail at 14-0, and they really need to do some offense here. They need to possess the ball for a while, and they need to put one in. Brasnay opens a quarterback on this set and runs the belly, keeps it himself, and he's caught. It just took too long to develop before Zach Natko got him back there. Natko, the junior.
Well, Todd, it stems from that offensive line. You had Samoji getting back there and Natko. Both those guys going back there. Samoji's taking the running back. Natko's taking Frassinay. No matter who takes that football, it doesn't matter because there's going to be a defender on them immediately. The offensive line has got to get slow that defensive pressure down. If they don't do that, you're getting guys in the backfield. It doesn't matter who's carrying the football. They're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, that was very slow developing. 2nd and 10. Frassinay again runs belly with Amoros. Got a man in the slot. That's Tanner Yard. Tanner to the 35. Stretch it forward to about the 36, maybe 37. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 to go. That's a play that's going to be open for them tonight.
Well, they're going to have to use Tanner Yard a little bit more in this football game if they're going to have some success offensively. Penn's Manor is not allowing anything right now on the rushing attack. They're swarming, to the football every chance they get. They're double teaming Frassinay when he's spread out, so they're going to have to use a guy like Tanner Yard to try to get some
Trojans going to
points.
call timeout. 14-0. They trail it. They've got a big 3rd down coming up. It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday, 92.5 FM U92 and U92radio.com.
When I was in high school, I didn't know where I wanted to go to college. But I did know I wanted a major with job potential, and a campus that felt like the right place for me. I chose IUP. I'm studying on a beautiful campus with great professors who focus on student success and 140 academic majors. I'm Megan Spangler. I study nursing. Find your success at IUP.
All right, after the timeout, it's 3rd down and 3 for Salzburg. And they've got triple receivers to the right, one to the left. Frazine's your quarterback, empty set, runs it right up the middle. They catch him. They get him down, but he might have gotten forward for the first down, and I believe he did.
Yeah, he needed to get to the 40. I think they're spotting him right at the 40, so he got it.
First down for the Trojans, Tyler Frazine. And that's the effect of spreading that defense out like that. Gets less people in there in the center of the line. And a guy like Frazine, he's going to be able to find a seam. If there's a little bit of a crack, that'll be enough for him. So far, there haven't been too many cracks in the foundation of the Penn
That's just
Manor.
it. That offensive line has at least got to get a body on the defenders, slow them down, chuck them a little bit.
Frazine split out left. Plowman at quarterback on 1st and 10. Plowman looks that direction. He wants to release, and he does. Penn Manor steps in front, intercepts. Down the right sideline he comes. He's to the 20, to the 10, and all the way in. The touchdown for the Penn Manor Comets. Cyrus Lieb, the junior, with the return, and the Comets are up 3 scores.
He just jumped the route. It was a little hook route ran by Salzburg. And it just read it beautifully. Stepped right in front of it, popped it up to himself, caught it, and ran the other way. There was nobody in front of him. Ball thrown a little bit high, but just not a good read there that time for Salzburg.
The interception return. Once you get the interception return like that. Yeah, I'm looking at the length. Probably about 50.
I think you're about right, Todd, because it happened right in front of us there, maybe 49.
All right, so we'll call it a 48-yard interception to return by Cyrus Lieb, and a chance for an extra point from Marshall. And he bangs it through again. Comets up 21-0 still in the first quarter on an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school football Friday night. 92.5 FM U92, U92radio.com.
The brain is a remarkable organ. It's almost infinite in its capacity. Its ability to reach its full potential is limited by only one thing: the heart. For if the heart isn't fully engaged in what you're doing, if you have no drive, no passion, the brain will simply go through the motions. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Penn Manor Comets could not have asked for a better start to a football game. They get a 69-yard touchdown reception against them, called back by a penalty. They now have put 3 scores on the board here in the first quarter. The last one, Cyrus Lieb's 48-yard interception to return. And it's 21-0 Comets as Marshall gets set to swing the leg in once more. And he will. And Amoros will field it at the 9. To the 15, the 20, the 25-yard line, and hit at the 26, brought down maybe at the 27-yard line, and that's where Salzburg takes over once more.
Salzburg has got to put those first couple of drives behind them. It's easier said than done, but they can't be thinking about it. They got to be thinking as if it's a scoreless game at this point in time. Just try to get one score on the board, take it one step at a time. The one benefit for the Trojans right now, Todd, is it's still the first quarter.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of football left in this game. You don't have to get it all back on one drive. Take it one step at a time. You don't got to go out of your offense right now, but you got to do something. You got to make some progress.
Let's see what the Trojans can do this time. Frazine is in the gun with Amoros. He sends Yard in motion to the left, and then Frazine keeps it himself up the left side, spinning, and he's hit once again. Just tough sledding in there.
Yeah.
And he's hit that time. I'm not sure who that was. Maybe Trent Franks again.
The one thing the Salzburg Trojans like to do is they like to run the football up the middle between the tackles, and that's been the one thing that the Comets have prevented. They've gotten guys in the gaps. They've gotten guys in the backfield, and they've beaten the offensive line, at the line of scrimmage. They've just they've won those battles. Between the tackles isn't there right now.
2nd and 8, Frazine at quarterback, trips to the right. And he, of course, will be in the gun. He takes the snap, runs the belly with Amoros, and gives it to him. Amoros going to try the left side. He gets outside a little bit. And up to the 30. Didn't get all the way to the corner before Penn Manor tracked him down. On the stop for the Comets was Nathan Dumm and Clayton Stupik. And 28 seconds left in the quarter. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
That's one of the problems the Trojans will have. If they cannot run between the tackles, Comets have got an awful lot of speed back there, so.
The score is going to be 21-0.
All right, here come the Trojans out of the huddle. And they've got 10 seconds. They could have actually run this play, but public address, Larry said that could be the last play of the quarter. I think they believed him. And so the quarter expires. 21-0. Penn's Manor at the end of one. It is an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school football Friday night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth on 92.5 FM U92 and online the MSA Sports Network.
All we need is you. The Pennsylvania Governor's Awards for the Arts event is coming to Indiana, Pennsylvania, Sunday, September 28th. Celebrate the arts in Pennsylvania when Indiana becomes the Commonwealth's cultural capital for a day. Be a part of the magic when 5 Pennsylvanians are honored for their talent, innovation, and patronage. Salute Grammy Award-winning Jennifer Higdon, the Warhol Museum, and Pittsburgh artist Bob Qualters. See Johnstown businessman Mark Pascarella and Indiana attorney Myron Tom honored for patronage and service. Soak in the small-town American spirit of Indiana County while visiting artists and open studio tours. See a display of art flags created by local school students and the great work of the area's most accomplished youth artists. Hear the best sounds Indiana County has to offer on bandstands in IUP's scenic Oak Grove. Tickets to the evening's awards program are free but required. For details about those and all associated activities, visit PAGovArtsAwards2014.org or call 724-357-ARTS. Follow us on Twitter at PAGovArtsAwards or join the conversation on Facebook. The Pennsylvania Governor's Awards for the Arts. They're for everyone in Pennsylvania.
We're back at Corrigan Field, where Penn's Manor leads Saltsburg by a score of 21-0 after one quarter. Other games, Blairsville ahead of Ligonier Valley 14-7, and Homer Center at last word 6-0 over Marion Center. Here, it's 3rd down and 7 to go for Salzburg on their 30-yard line. The Trojans really need to string together some offense here against this Penn's Manor team to remain in this game, because Penn's Manor's, they're rolling downhill right now. They've got the momentum.
Big first down here if the Trojans can get it. They've got to get something going here. They can't not go 3 and out on this drive.
Plowman quarterback. Frasine slot right. Snap. Plowman is looking. Rolls to his right. He's being chased by Brandon Alder. Gets the pass off, and I don't know if that's caught or not, but it's right at the line of scrimmage. The reception that time, I guess they're going to give him a reception, Zach Sinclair, but no gain, and so it will be 4th down for Salzburg once again.
It's tough, and Alter really altered that play because he got in the backfield. He forced that throw to come out a little bit earlier than I think Plowman wanted it to, and wasn't able to deliver a strike, and threw it low and didn't allow the receiver to really run with the football once he caught it.
Jimmy Beidle in punt formation, and look out, Bailey Mumar is back there to return for Penn's Manor. It almost looks like the Comets want to come after this. He gets the punt off. It goes straight up. Oh, it's a good punt. Again, he's got the wind at his back now. And then it takes a Penn's Manor bounce. Salzburg's letting it roll before they finally get caught up to it. Comets will get it at the 47-yard line, leading it by a score of 21-0.
On the 48-yard line of Salzburg.
Well, let's see what the Comets can do. Bailey Mumaw has been very impressive. He's had a couple of very nice runs, one of them for a touchdown, and a great punt return that helped set up another touchdown. He's been impressive in this football game so far, but it's not just him. That offensive line has given them some room to run, and all the running backs have shown us something here tonight.
Mumaw is one of the backs. He's back there with the man who gets the football, Beck Branton, working off the right side. What great seal blocks, and there goes Branton. He's got 10, he's got 15, 20, down to the 20-yard line, down the right sideline. He's inside the 10-yard line before he's finally tripped up. A big run there from Beck Branton all the way down to, I think they'll spot it at about the 6, maybe the 7-yard line.
Wow, it's something else watching these guys, because every one of these guys can run the football. These are all real impressive runners, and who said about rebuilding for these guys this year?
He got 47 yards on that, did Beck Branton. And it's 1st and goal from the 6.
And he's sidestepping tackles, and give them credit, but the Trojans got to do a little bit better with some of those open field tackles as well.
1st down, and the handoff on the end around. It's Dumb. Dumb tried to spread it out. They do get him out to the wide side. He gets inside the 5-yard line and finally forced out of bounds. Looks like at about the 1. So they strung him out, but he managed to get forward for a couple of extra ones.
Oh, they do such a good job of doing a quick stop and go, just allowing the defender to kind of run past them and cut it back inside. All three running backs between Dumb and Branton and Mumma, they can all do that, just very quick on their feet. Very, very effective.
Second and goal from the 1-yard line. Branton and Mumma in the backfield behind Stupik, the quarterback, and Clayton calls it out. Takes the snap, turns, gives it to Bailey Mumma, waltzes into the end zone. Another Penn's Manor touchdown.
And Mumma gets a call, 23.
Very methodical. Big run by Branton. Nice little run by Dumb to get it right near the goal line, and Mumma takes it in for the score.
Yeah, this is just killing Tim Frasney because he preached defense to these guys all week long, and they've just not been able to get things done right here tonight.
I think, Todd, a lot of that has to do with the fact that their offense has struggled, too. Their offense is, defense is one thing, but their offense has not gotten anything going, and they've just allowed this Penn's Manor offense to get on the field, score, and Salzburg hasn't had an answer for it.
Marshall's extra point is blocked. So finally some positive news there for the Trojans. 27-0 is the score. 11:02 to go, or rather 10:28 to go in the first half. It is an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday on 92.5 FM U92 and U92radio.com. 27-0 is the score. Penn's Manor with the lead. Our drive summary brought to you by Wood Chevrolet of Plumville, where a Wood deal is still a good deal. That drive, 3 plays, 53 yards, took them only 32 seconds, and Marshall ready to kick off once again. And this one will come to Amoros, and he will field it at the 15, to the 20, the 25. Makes a move to the 30-yard line. He's hit and brought down at about the 33. Ball was on the field, but I think he was down.
Yeah, they whistled him down. Well, so we said it to the beginning of last drive, and then the Penn's Manor drive happened so quickly. We can say it again. There's still a lot of football left to play in this game, but it's kind of getting to the point where the Trojans' offense has to do something. They cannot afford to go 3 and out again. They've got to find a way to move that football. Even if they don't put points on the board, they got to keep that Penn's Manor offense off the field, at least for a little bit.
Trojans actually had the football for most of that first quarter, thanks to Penn's Manor throwing an interception on their first possession. But then when the Comets have gotten it, they've put it in quickly. And we will start with Plowman at quarterback on this set. Brassenet slot left. Plowman is looking to pass or adjust back the other way. He's got a man. That's Tanner Yard. Tanner Yard is free to the 50. Gets across the 50 to the 40-yard line before he's driven out of bounds by Mumma, but that's all the way down to the 38-yard line. Now they'll give him the 37.
Same play that got called back earlier. It was the same formation, same pass play. They were just waiting to see if again, Frasney would get double coverage. When he got double coverage, they knew that middle would be open. And once you had the backer sliding over to help cover Tyler Frasney, that middle was wide open. Great pass, great conversion, and a great play again by the Salzburg Trojans.
29 yards on the reception by Tanner Yard, and it's 1st and 10 now at the Penn's Manor 37-yard line, just inside the 38. 10:14 to go in the quarter, 27-0. Triple receivers to the right for Frankie Plowman. He'll send Amoros that way as well. Take the snap and roll. Now the release, and it's tipped, intended for Yard. And getting back was Beck Branton.
Yeah, that was a great play by Beck. He had to jump up and get his hand on that football. For a second there, Yard was wide open, but great recovery by Branton to get the hand on the football.
Well, I don't think the situation demands that Salzburg pass in terms of clock management and being behind by so much, because they could do some things on the ground as well. I just think that's the part of their offense that's working tonight.
I was just going to say, it's not. I don't think it's necessarily the score that's dictating it. I think it depends on our defense. They haven't allowed the Trojans to run the football, period. They've struggled mightily at that.
Brasney at quarterback will take the snap. He'll hand it to Amoros. Amoros will try the middle. He'll get it to the 35-yard line, fall forward to the 34, close to the 33-yard line. Up off the bottom of the pile again is Andrew Samoji. It'll be third down, and they'll need about 6 to go. The gain of 4 from Amoros. Football at the Penn's Manor 34-yard line. And 9:40 to go in the first half. Trojans will break and send Plowman to the right. He'll be the single receiver that way. 3 to the left. And Frasine, who they'd love to get into the open field, is going to be the QB. He'll take the snap, and he'll try the right side. Make a cut off the inside. He's going to get down inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's a first down for the Trojans. They're starting to string some offense together, and he's brought down at the 27.
Tyler's been looking for a seam all night, just a little bit of an opening to be able to run through. He finally found it on the right side that time. That's all this offensive line needs to give him. They need to give him a little bit of running room, just a seam. And Tyler's the type of back that can make something happen. They're going no huddle here.
No huddle after the 11-yard gain by Frasine. And he's at the QB again with Amoros back there as his complement. And he'll give it to him. Amoros, somebody had him around the ankle. He got free from that one, but then he ran right into the hands of another of the Penn's Manor players, Brandon Alter. And they stop him at the 21-yard line. So it's a gain of 3.
I think it was Franks again in the backfield, and he's been everywhere tonight on defense.
So from the 21-yard line, it will be actually a 2-yard gain for Amoros. And the clock will continue to roll. 27-0. Two things that play into Salzburg's favor. They blocked that extra point, so it's not the 7-point cycle, and 35 points would be, if in the second half, that would be when the mercy rule would kick in. And of course, this opportunity to score here on first down, the snap comes to, that was Frasine.
Yep.
Frasine, and he's inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Third down coming up. As Tyler got about 2 more. It's going to be third down and 6.
He has had himself a pretty nice first half defensively. Again, in on that tackle and maybe gained a yard, but that's about it.
Yeah, let's make it third down and 7 here. 7:50 to go in the first half. Plowman at quarterback. Now Frasine and Plowman switch places. Plowman goes wide right, and Frasine takes the QB. And the snap rolls to his right. He's pressured, steps around a man. Now he's outside, and he releases for the end zone. And did that fall incomplete? It did. Incomplete. Looked like a Salzburg man had the football, but they ruled that it bounced first.
That was a nice move by Tyler Frasine, because it looked like he was dead to rights in the backfield. He was going to get sacked. Just a quick stutter step, went right around a defender, bought himself a little bit more time, made a throw, but unfortunately nobody was open down the field. He was trying to buy some time and look for a guy to get open.
There's a whistle, and we'll see what's going on if Salzburg needs a timeout here, because this is an important fourth down call for them. They need about 7 yards for a first down, and they're having some trouble getting the play in. And they will take Zach Sinclair off the field and bring River Schindeldecker in to replace him. And he lines up at the tight end. Frasine gets the snap. He's rushed. Steps out of it. Now he rolls, and about 12 guys chasing after him. He lofts the pass. He's got a completion. And down to the 10-yard line. And that's going to be a Salzburg first down. Great creativity by Tyler Frasine.
Tanner Yard again with the
catch. He hits
Tanner.
Nice job by the Trojans there.
That was Franks coming in. Looked like he was going to tackle him again, but just some great athletic moves by Tyler Frasine in the backfield. Bought more and more time, and then found Tanner Yard open.
And Salzburg will call timeout. They'll have first and goal from the 9 after a 10-yard reception. And they're trailing 27-0, but threatening. It's at Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday on 92.5 FM U92, U92radio.com.
Little voice came on the phone and said, Daddy, when you come home, he said the first thing that came to his mind, I'm already there. I'm already there. Take a look around. Oh, I'm already there.
Being there. Pass it on.
All right, we're back at Penn's Manor, Corrigan Field, and 7:17 to go. Salzburg calling the timeout. Other scores: Homer Center leading Marion Center 12-6. Blairsville has jumped on top of Ligonier Valley 21-7, and Franklin Regional over Indiana 9-0. Those games on our other Brenda broadcasting stations.
Blairsville's score is a little surprising. It's still early in the game, but thought it would be a little bit closer. But this drive, just what the Trojans ordered, what the doctor ordered for the Trojans.
First and goal from the 9 for Saltsburg. Frasine is your quarterback. Quad receivers to the left now. Nobody to the right. Frasine takes the snap. Rushed. Hit. Down he goes. Brandon Alder was a man who got him. He was forced to step up by a guy whose name we've called a lot tonight for Penn's Manor. There's Trent Franks back there again.
He is in the backfield every single play. He is back there, and he is just giving fits to the quarterbacks, whether it's Frasine or Plowman.
So it'll be second goal, a 10-yard sack there. So it's 2nd and 20 to go for Saltsburg. And, boy, there's just nobody blocked.
Somebody's got to get on Franks. I mean, somebody has got to get a body and hit him at least a little bit, slow him down. He is getting untouched in the backfield every play.
He had his receivers to the left. I guess he should have rolled that way if nobody was going to block for him back on the right side. Now Frasine will take the snap and try to come right up the middle, and they got him. Franks was one of the men who forced it. And Frasine, it looks like Tyler's hurt.
Ooh.
Tyler's on the ground. He gets up. Looks like right leg or ankle. And he will hobble toward the sideline.
Yeah, Franks came in, tackled him low, looked like he grabbed him around the ankles. Clean tackle, but Tyler tried to get out of it. I don't know if he twisted something when he was trying to get out of that tackle.
He comes off the football field. So it'll be 3rd down and goal. He picked up 2 to the 18. Plowman will take over at quarterback, but that's a weapon you can't afford to lose. Zach Sinclair in to replace Tyler Frasine.
Especially
3rd and goal from the 18. Plowman. Twins on either side. Yard is in the slot to the right. The snap is low. It's on the ground. Plowman picks it up. Now he tries to get forward, and he ends up being tackled at the 21-yard line. It'll be 4th and goal from the 21 for Salzburg. That's a loss on the snap.
Just keep moving backwards here, too. It's just when they started making some progress. Boy, a couple of bad plays, and all of a sudden you're looking at 4th and 21 here.
4th and goal from the 21-yard line. That's a team loss of 3 yards there. I can't really blame Frankie for that because the snap was at his feet.
Can't blame a lot of these running backs for what's going on here tonight. Just some great pressure.
On 4th down. Twins on either side. He's back to pass. There's a rush from Alder.
Oh my.
No one touched Brandon Alder. He just came pouring right through. Tackled him back at the 30. And they'll take over on downs there.
Brandon got off the snap so quickly, just shrugged off the blocker. Just a dominant play by him, and he just made a beeline for the quarterback. That was a tremendous play, but if you're a Salzburg Trojan, you're on that offensive line, you have got to at least chuck him, get some kind of, just hit him at least a little bit to slow him down. Wow.
Penn's Manor will take over at their 31-yard line, leading it by a score of 27-0, a media timeout on the field. It is an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday, 92.5 FM U92, U92radio.com.
Every day is so wonderful, and suddenly it's hard to breathe.
Would it be okay if I sat here? Is she serious? Whatever. New girl.
Yes, words can't bring me down.
Reaching out. Pass it on.
So don't you bring me
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
On first down, Penn's Manor football, the Comets lead at 27-0, and they're at their 31-yard line. Handoff for the Comets is to Bailey Mumaw, who's had a big first half. Mumaw is going to get himself about 3, make it 2nd and 7.
On the 34, stop is made by 44.
The offensive line has done a tremendous job for the Penns Manor Comets early in this football game, and they've given some of these guys like Bailey Mumaw, Branton, and Dumb
Nathan
the ability to run.
Dumb splits to the right. They've got trips to the right, and a man comes in motion that way. It's Mumaw who gets the pitch, and he has the block from Branton looking for the sideline. He gets there to the 40 and pushed out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That is a Comet first down. So the pickup is 9 yards there from Bailey Mumaw. And a first down out to the 43 of the Comets. The clock rolls at 4:28 left in the first half, and Penns Manor leading 27-0.
Comets also are going to get the ball first to lead off the second half. So that's
43-yard line on first down. Branton on the sweep. And he's caught by Tyler Frasnick. Good to see Tyler back out there. And he wasn't letting go of Beck Branton. He stopped for no gain.
No, they need Tyler. I mean, that goes without saying, but not just offensively, defensively. One of the better athletes on that in the conference, as I mentioned earlier in this football game, Todd. And he's got that speed on defense to be able to track some of these guys down. And right now, the Trojans can't afford to lose any more speed defensively. They got to get guys out there who are going to be able to track these running backs down and prevent them from going around the ends like that.
Boy, he did a little swim move there on that sweeping blocker and grabbed Branton as he went by. They'll try it again. Branton will get it. Now he adjusts back up the field. Comes the other way, makes a move. Oh, boy. Touchdown saving tackle there by Amoros. My goodness, Beck Branton with a burst, and he going to make it 3rd down and a yard as he got 9.
That was a tremendous change in direction for Beck Branton. He kind of stopped on a dive, reversed field to go back the other way, and just a great decision at that time. And as you mentioned, Amoros, if he doesn't make that tackle, it's an easy touchdown that time for Beck Branton.
3rd down and a yard, football at the 48 of the Salzburg Trojans. And man comes in motion, that's Dumb. Handoff right up the middle. And there's a young man that has earned a carry or two for Penns Manor. On the defensive end, he's been tremendous. There's Trent Franks picking up the first down to the 42-yard line. He got 6.
You read my mind. I was going to say give that man a carry or two with what he's been doing defensively. We've been calling his name almost every play. Put him in the backfield. Let's see what he can do. And good burst. And a lot of that is set up by the misdirection in the backfield, some of the motion. There's so many guys in the backfield that you have to keep your eye on that some of those quick handoffs can keep the defense off guard.
First down. And back to pass is Stupik. Long pass. He's got a man down to the 20-yard line. The 15. Dragging tacklers with him close to the 10-yard line. The reception for Penns Manor to Tyler Samoji, the junior. So going up top, the Comets.
This was a play-action fake, but it wasn't necessarily the fake that fooled him. It was just a tremendous pass. It was a great pass play by Stupik. They were well covered. They had a guy out in coverage that time. It wasn't they weren't running stride for stride, but it was still pretty good coverage. That was just a very, very good throw by Clayton Stupik to kind of thread that needle and just lay that ball right in the arms of the receiver. Great pass play.
31 yards to the 11-yard line. First down for Penns Manor. They can get a first again. Brenton goes in motion. There's a whistle and a flag. Comets, I believe, are caught right there. Or, yeah, I was going to say the Penns Manor coaches up here hoping that Salzburg had encroached, but that's not the case. First penalty of the night on Penns Manor.
Just going to say it's the first penalty of the night. And, boy, since the beginning of the football game where we said, boy, a lot of penalties these last couple of weeks, it's been kind of a penalty-free game since then.
They cleaned it up. A couple of costly ones on Salzburg. One cost them a touchdown and one cost them 15 yards defensively. But other than that, we've been okay. 16-yard line. First down and 15 for Penns Manor. And Stupik is in the gun, and he wants to throw. Comes right across the middle. Oh, should have been intercepted, but not able to hold on to it is Dylan Shearer, big stand-up lineman. And that was in his hands, and he couldn't hold on to it, and that's why he's a lineman.
Well, I mentioned this during that first play of the game, too, for Penns Manor, where they threw the interception. Just a bad read. Did not see the guy dropping back into coverage. You got to make that read if you're Clayton Stupik. You cannot force that football. Thought he had a guy coming across the middle, but
Kind of hard to miss a 6'2", 230-pounder, but he did. Second down and 16, and they run the reverse. And Nathan Dumb gets it. Makes a move to the outside, then cuts it up to the inside. The 10, the 5. What a run by Nathan Dumb for the touchdown. Wow, he goes 16 yards. Nathan Dumb dancing off the right side.
Todd,
this is for Penn's Manor.
This is all Nathan Dumb too. Ambrose had him in the backfield. It looked like they read the play. They didn't, but were not fooled on the reverse. Ambrose shot in the backfield and looked like he was going to have Nathan Dumb dead rights. That was just a tremendous play by Nathan to avoid Ambrose, get around the tackle, a quick little juke move by him, and bam, he's into the end zone for the touchdown. That was a great athletic play, a great run by Nathan Dumb.
Now take note of this. They will kick for this extra point. Had they gone for the 2-point conversion after the blocked extra point last time, that would have made it back to 35, and they'd start the second half of the mercy rule. They'd be happy with the kick here. And it is up, and it is through by Marshall. It's 34-0 Penn's Manor with 1:43 left in the half. And it's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School football Friday night. 92.5 FM U92, U92radio.com.
Wow. College already.
Yeah. We gotta go.
I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. And thanks for everything.
Gratitude. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Our drive summary brought to you by Wood Chevrolet of Plumville, where a wood deal is still a good deal. Penn's Manor with their 34th point here tonight. That drive, 8 plays, 69 yards, took 3 minutes and 30 seconds, a 16-yard touchdown run by Nathan Dumb. And Marshall set to kick off once more. Ambrose is back to receive. And the kick is taken by an up man, and that's Plowman, I believe. Yeah, it is. Plowman to the 30-yard line. He's caught and driven backwards. So probably give him the 30 there. With a minute 37 left in this first half.
3 different running backs scoring for the Penn's Manor Comets, and on the night so far, I have Bailey Mumma leading all rushers with 6 carries for 79 yards, and Beck Branton has 2 carries for 68 yards.
Our quick stats sponsored by First Commonwealth Bank. At First Commonwealth, make mortgages make sense. Talk to First Commonwealth Bank today. 30-yard line with a minute 37 left in the first half. Boy, how big would a score be for Salzburg here, just to give themselves a ray of hope heading into the locker room. They'll send Tanner Yard wide to the left. Plowman will be the quarterback.
So great to see Frassinay back in this game, too.
He joins Plowman in the backfield, and Plowman then is going to loft it out to Yard. They want to run and look and lateral. They do. It's completed. Then Frassinay fumbles it, but then he fell on it, I believe. And they're going to say, they're going to discuss this because I don't know that he caught it and had it long enough before he lateraled that off to Frassinay, who dropped it.
I don't know if he even came down, really.
Incomplete pass is the call.
I think that's the right call, too.
They have to treat that like as a deflection. Try the hook and lateral. Usually you don't try that in the center of the football field where there's traffic.
Yeah, I think part of the problem was Yard was trying to lateral it before he really came down and had both feet hit the ground. You got to make sure that, you come down on the ground, catch that ball, and then lateral it off. He was trying to almost deflect it, like you said, Todd, to Frassinay. And if you don't connect on that, then it's a clear incomplete pass.
Not tremendously harmful to Saltsburg. It's just an incomplete pass. So it's 2nd down and 10 with 1:21 left in the football at the Trojan 30-yard line. Frassinay back to pass now. It's tipped by Penn's Manor. Tried to set up the screen to Ambrose. And so another incomplete pass will make it 3rd down and 10.
That one could have been harmful.
Yeah.
that was dangerous. And, again, that offensive line for the Trojans, they got to get your hands in there into the gut of these the defenders. You can't let them get their hands up like that on every single play, disrupting these screen passes.
Got to make them play you. 3rd down and 10. Clock stops with 1:18 left in the second quarter. See if the Trojans can pound out a first down here. Keep the football. Frassinay will be the quarterback. Trips to the right. Snap. And quick release. Into the slot, he's got his man. Oh, he's hit, and he steps out of that tackle and gets it forward for the first down. That's a great play that time from Salzburg, I believe.
Tanner Yard.
It's Tanner Yard again.
How about this young man? Catching the football, and some of these catches he's making, Todd, are in traffic. So he knows he's going to get hit, but he still comes down with the ball, and he's finding some room to run right afterwards. He's doing a tremendous job.
He got 11 yards. Nice job there by the Trojans, and they'll try it again. Same play this time. It's intercepted. It was tipped and intercepted at the line of scrimmage. Whoa, Andrew Samoji comes up with it. I don't know that he tipped it, but he came up with the football on the pick.
Well, we just commented that every single pass play, it seems like that defensive line, they're getting hands up, and these are some big guys getting their hands up in the air, and if they're not tipping it, they're disrupting a lot of these passes, from the Salzburg Trojans. And if they're going to keep allowing them to do that and get their hands up in the air like that, it's bound to happen, and that time it happened at an inopportune time for the Trojans.
1:01 left in the half. Comets lead at 34-0. They get the football at the 37-yard line of the Salzburg Trojans. And starting at quarterback this time, new quarterback rolling to his right, steps out of one tackler, then another, gets it forward to the 34-yard line for Penn's Manor that time as Adam Dumm, the freshman, runs QB. Got himself about 2 yards.
And doesn't seem to miss a beat. He gets in there and he looks a lot like the other guys have done.
Give him 3. Freshman Adam Dumm. Whistle and an official timeout. What have we got over there? An injury or a helmet problem for Andrew Samoji? It's Andrews. He looks like he took a hit to the head. He's kind of wobbly coming off the field. And so they'll take him off the field of play, and he says, I just need to come over here and sit down for a second.
Clock's running.
And he flexes his muscle to show that he's okay. 2nd down and 7. 32 seconds left in the half. And Stupik is back at quarterback. And he takes the snap, wants to come. He gets out of the tackler, and then he comes forward. He's to the 25, the 20-yard line, to the 15-yard line, and down to the 14 with 15 seconds left. What a play there by Clayton Stupik.
He pulled back the pass. Didn't want to force the ball, looked downfield, didn't have a guy wide open, and saw the pressure coming. Just lowered his head and kind of snuck through a little hole right up the middle.
Went for 20 yards, and the Comets called timeout, leading 34-0. 14 seconds left in the half. It's at Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday on 92.5 FM U92, U92radio.com.
I did everything right. I went to college, graduated with honors, but I'm just not getting to where I want to be. I need to get to the next level. What am I missing? Where are these people going? What do they have that I don't? How do I get that edge, that hands-on experience that will put me ahead of the competition? Graduate school at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
1st and 10, Penn's Manor, as they're waiting for the Trojans to get off the field after the timeout. And it will be football on the 15-yard line, it looks like. So give him an extra yard there and make it a 21-yard gain from Clayton Stupik.
All right.
And he steps under center with about 14 seconds left in the half and rolls to his left. Now it comes back to the right, and he's got a man. That's Dumm. Dumm on the sideline, gets a block. Steps to the 10, the 5, makes a move inside. Touchdown! Nathan Dumm again. He's going to be great at the homecoming dance, isn't he? Because he's been showing the dance moves on the field.
Well, some great blocking, too, on the outside. Beck Branton was one of the guys, getting a good block around the end. Just some great blocking by the Penn's Manor Comets, too, to help free Nathan Dumm. That's what you got to do. If you can get him in the open, give him a little bit more space to run. Good play call.
The clock ran out on the half there as well. So the second half of this game will be played in the mercy rule. Our drive summary, 2 plays, 37 yards. It took 1 minute and 1. And the extra point attempt coming from the feet of a very tired Christian Marshall, who's been swinging the leg into the football for a long, long time now. 40-0. They actually want to add a couple seconds to the clock here. Oh, look, the hot sausage has
yes.
arrived.
Surprise, surprise.
2 for me and none for you.
Yeah,
How
I
about
noticed that. I'm
that?
not real happy.
Brought
But
them both to me.
we'll
That's
see
a
what
good
happens.
idea. Hey, thanks everybody in the tent.
Yeah,
Love
thank you guys.
the hot sausage. Here's the extra point attempt from Christian Marshall. Oh, they're good people down there. Look at that.
They always treat us very well here.
High snap, extra point. Nice job by Beck Branton to get it down, and the kick is through from Marshall. 41-0 Penn's Manor. And 3.5 seconds left in this first half.
Well, it's not the first half I think the Trojans wanted to have. I think
Well,
that's pretty safe to say. It just and it started out somewhat. Thank you, Todd. It started out somewhat promising too, but that big play called back on the illegal man downfield penalty, and since then they just have not found anything offensively.
All right, we're going to come back in just a moment. It is 41-0 Penn's Manor on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday. 92.5 FM U92, U92Radio.com.
All we need is you. The Pennsylvania Governor's Awards for the Arts event is coming to Indiana, Pennsylvania, Sunday, September 28th. Celebrate the arts in Pennsylvania when Indiana becomes the Commonwealth's cultural capital for a day. Be a part of the magic when 5 Pennsylvanians are honored for their talent, innovation, and patronage. Salute Grammy Award-winning Jennifer Higdon, the Warhol Museum, and Pittsburgh artist Bob Qualters. See Johnstown businessman Mark Pascarella and Indiana attorney Myron Tom honored for patronage and service. Soak in the small-town American spirit of Indiana County while visiting artists and open studio tours. See a display of art flags created by local school students and the great work of the area's most accomplished youth artists. Hear the best sounds Indiana County has to offer on bandstands in IUP's scenic Oak Grove. Tickets to the evening's awards program are free but required. For details about those and all associated activities, visit PAGovArtsAwards2014.org or call 724-357-ARTS. Follow us on Twitter at PAGovArtsAwards or join the conversation on Facebook. The Pennsylvania Governor's Awards for the Arts. They're for everyone in Pennsylvania.
Big first half for Penn's Manor. The Comets on homecoming night leading Salzburg 41-0. And Christian Marshall will swing the leg once more. And it will be fielded again by Amoros at the 18 to the 25, and he's dropped down there. Boy, Penn's Manor is just aggressive as all get out. Half will end 41-0. Penn's Manor with the lead. And it is an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth on 92.5 FM U92 and online at the MSA Sports Network at U92Radio.com.
All your professors, all of them, they know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one who makes a longer lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star, and who can change the world of a 5th grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.
$41-0, and Penn's Manor will get the football. Bailey Mumau and Beck Branton will be back to return this kick for the Comets. I wouldn't guess we'd see them a lot. Thing is, teams of this size and this classification of football, sometimes you don't have anybody else to put in. You got to leave the top line guys in there. But they've got plenty on the sidelines tonight.
Comets as I mentioned in the pregame, they've developed a very good program, and a lot of kids coming out to play football. They want to play football. They've seen the success that the teams has had over the years, in recent years, and they've got a pretty good following here when it comes to their football program.
All right, Jimmy Vidal going to kick it off to the Comets. Mumont and Branton back to receive. 41-0 at the half, and the third quarter underway. And this will be Beck Branton fielding it at the 15-yard line. He's out to the 20, the 25, the 30-yard line. Still on his feet to the 35. Tripped up by Tanner Yard at the 39, and then a late flag comes flying in. So we'll see what that's about.
Trojans so good, the Comets so good at eluding tackles in this football game.
It's a bad block on Penn's Manor, going to cost him 10 on the opening kickoff of the second half. So rather than the 39, they'll be at the 29-yard line. So Comets, we'll see who they send out there to run some offense. I'm guessing first team, first possession, but then after that, anybody's guess.
I don't think it's going to be too long for these guys to be out there. But we shall see.
Clayton Stupik is your quarterback, and he's got Trent Franks in the backfield, and he hands it off to Bailey Mumaw coming the other way, and Bailey's out across the 30. And Jimmy Beidel got him there for Salzburg out at the 34-yard line.
Quick at hitting the hole, too. Mumaw hit the hole, and that's the one thing the Trojans have not had the luxury of in this football game is being able to have a lot of open holes to run through. The running backs are quick on both sides, but they hit that hole quickly, and before you know it, they're 5 yards downfield.
Franks and Mumaw in the backfield behind Stupik again on 2nd down and 6. Handoff right up the middle. There's Bailey Mumaw again out across the 40 to the 44-yard line. That's actually Franks. And so another big carry for him.
About a 10-yard gain there for Trent Franks. And Trent has had himself a nice first half defensively. He has been just causing all kinds of havoc for the Salzburg Trojans defensively in the backfield. He spent a lot of time in the backfield, almost as much as the running backs for the Trojans.
That offensive line's just making hay tonight. 1st and 10 from the 44. And back to pass is Stupik. And coming through to block that for the Salzburg Trojans. Getting through is Ryan Treese back there with Jonathan McKnight. So their big guys came pouring through that time. Nice job by Salzburg. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Play was set up nicely, but that's what you want your defensive front to do. Get in the backfield, disrupt things a little bit, get a hand up, and not allow an opening. Looked like he had a receiver that was going to be open down the field, but if your defensive linemen are in the backfield blocking the vision and possibly getting a tip on the ball, it doesn't matter.
Treese at 6'4", McKnight at 6 feet. Handoff for the Comets, and that's Franks. Is going to get about a yard. On the tackle that time once more for Salzburg is Beidel. Dylan Shear. No, that is Beidel. Jimmy Beidel. All right, it's pick up to 2nd down and 8.
Yeah. So pretty good job defensively these last 2 plays for the Trojans. We'll see if they can force a punt here by Penn's Manor. Penn's Manor can pick up a good bunch of yards in a hurry, but
3rd and 8. Grimaldi, his name we haven't called tonight. Stupik going to look for him, and he hits him. Hits Gavin Grimaldi into Salzburg territory, but about a yard short of the first down. And it will be 4th down for Penn's Manor.
Interesting. I mean, if you're the Comets, can easily pick up this first down. You'd think that you feel pretty confident with the way your offensive line is blocking that you're going to be able to pick up this first down.
They're going to go for it. Tyler Samoji comes onto the field with the play for Clayton Stupik. And he'll bring his team up to the line of scrimmage. Running center for Penn's Manor now is Garrett Crow, a sophomore. Stupik will turn, handoff, first down for Franks, down to the 41-yard line. As he picks up another 6.
by number 55.
So the Comets will keep the football. They're at the 41-yard line of the Salzburg Trojans. Onto the football field with the play is Phoenix Grillo, a senior.
Need to mention that offensive line again. Brandon Alter, Napko, Garrett Crow, Samoji, Christian Marshall. I mean, those guys have done a tremendous job in this football game tonight.
On 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Stupik is going to turn, and he'll hand it off to Dumb, and Nathan jumps over one man, spins it forward, gets it down to the 31, another 10 yards, another first down. The quickness of the Penn's Manor running backs is just so impressive.
And it's interesting to watch this offense as opposed to previous years where the quarterback was very much involved as far as running the football. Stupik is a very effective runner. They just don't need him to. They've got so many other weapons running the football. He's able to settle in as more of a traditional quarterback.
He's a distributor, is what he is.
And he can run the football very effectively when he wants to, and he's got a very good arm.
Just shy of the 30-yard line, it's first down for Penn's Manor. Dumb and Franks back there. And Stupik back to pass. Alter hits him, his own man, and then he gets the pass off, and it goes right through the hands of Grimaldi. Falls incomplete. Salzburg had a chance for a pick there.
Now, I know he had an open receiver downfield, but that's a decision where I think Stupik just needs to tuck it away and run because there was nobody in front of him. You had some pressure, but he was able to get off away from his blocker who bumped into him. And once he had it rolled out in the open field, there was nobody in front of him. He had an easy first down if he wants to run that one.
2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. The ball just shy of the 30-yard line. And Mumma splits wide to the right. Franks back there behind Stupik, the quarterback, who will send a man in motion and then pitch it to him. This is Nathan Dumb working the right side. Cuts it up at the 30. Gets caught and tossed down at the 25-yard line. Making the stop for Salzburg is Jonathan McKnight again.
Grimaldi again, a nice kick-out block.
This will be the 10th play of the 10th play of the drive coming up.
I paused there and then talked over you.
You don't have to take the blame, I understand. 3rd down. 5 to go for the Comets at the 25-yard line of the Salzburg Trojans. Stupik has Franks behind him. He'll line him up to the left side now and then send the man in motion. Mumma fumbles the football. Salzburg is on it. The Trojans will get it at the 29-yard line. So Bailey had some problems with the football. And this is where they just need to get up off the pile. The call has already been made. The ball will belong to the Trojans.
Yeah.
Don't want any
no need to fight
pushing.
over this. It's pretty clear what happened. And, this is where you mentioned don't get guys hurt. That one, I think Bailey was kind of looking forward and took his eyes off the ball a little bit and lost sight of it.
Timeout on the field. We are in the mercy rule. 41-0, and it's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday. 92.5 FM U92 and U92Radio.com.
All your professors, all of them, they know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one who makes a longer-lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star and who can change the world of a 5th grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.
It is a mercy rule game, so we're already halfway through this 3rd quarter. 41-0 the score. Penn's Manor the lead. Salzburg's first possession of the 2nd half. Tyler Frasne into the slot. He's got a man. I think that's Frankie Plowman will catch it and get the football ahead for about 4 yards. 2nd down on the way.
Samoji in on the tackle. Gain about maybe 3 yards. Some of those quick passes have been effective. Actually, they're going to give him about 4 on that play, Todd.
4 on the pass. Frasne to Plowman, and 2nd down and 6 on a rolling clock. 4:46 to go.
And the quick passes are kind of what the Trojans are going to have to rely on because they've been under a lot of pressure here tonight, led by Franks on that defense. The quarterbacks have had to get rid of the ball quickly.
Frasne run the belly series. They caught him in the backfield, so Tyler's going to lose a couple. And Zach Natko in on that tackle along with Brandon Alter. And it'll be 3rd down and long, about 8 to go. 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Trojans, and the clock will continue to roll at 4:12. And
Okay.
okay, Larry, let's
Yeah,
be calm and quiet over there.
Here.
PA is getting a little out of control. 3rd down and 8, and the snap, and Frasnay runs belly again, hands it off, and caught in the backfield, and thrown for a loss is Garrett Amoros. And 4th down coming up.
It's been the biggest problem in the Salzburg offense. They have not been able to run the football, and that's just stunted everything else they've tried to do in this football game. When they're not able to run the ball effectively, and that's one of their bread and butter, is being able to run. Well, it just slows everything else down. Then you're able to tee off a little bit when you are dropping back to pass. They're getting pressure in the backfield, and it makes it easier to cover the guys downfield.
Bailey Mumaw back to return the punt with 3:15 left in the 3rd quarter, and the snap and the kick, it's up into that wind, and it'll go over the head of Bailey Mumaw, and what a bounce for Salzburg all the way inside the 20. It rolled dead at the 16-yard line. So let me see, that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, and 3, 2, 57-yard punt.
Pretty darn good punt, that's what that is.
57-yarder, and Penn's Manor will take over.
Wind aided and took a tremendous bounce.
Football at they gave him the 15, put it right on the 15 with exactly 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 41-0 Comets lead it. And
you're probably going to see that first team back out. They did not score in that last series, but I'm like you. I think their time is limited. I think you're going to start seeing a few guys coming in here.
Stupik is the quarterback. He's got Colin Trinkley back there with him, and the handoff. Good speed out of the backfield. Let's see who that young man is.
I think it's Franks again.
Franks again. So a lot of work for Trent Franks, the sophomore tonight, as he gets 9 on that carry.
Stop was made by 44, Schindeldecker.
18.
Trent is showing a lot of athletic ability, and he's one of the guys not a whole lot of people were talking about coming into this season.
2nd down and about 2 to go, and once more the Comets to the line of scrimmage, and another carry. This time is the handoff to the man we just mentioned, Colin Trinkley, the sophomore. He has the 1st down, and out to about the 24, maybe the 25. They give him the 25-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 1. They did get him stopped short.
Had some running room there, but chopped down right before he was about to cross that 1st down marker.
Minute and 40 to go in this 3rd quarter. Again, we're in the mercy rule. It's 41-0 Penn's Manor. The wind is really kicking up. In fact, it blew your stat sheet right off the press box,
I
didn't
know,
it?
I'm sorry.
No numbers after this game. Stupik, the quarterback, will keep it, get it forward, 1st down.
I made the mistake of ripping that page out.
Flag well after the whistle here. Let's see what this is about. Somebody must have said a bad word. They do give him 2 yards, and we'll find out what the flag's all about. Trying to shield the wind away from my microphone. The call is going to be unsportsmanlike on Penn's Manor. Whew, that's going to make for a very unhappy Coach Billy Packer.
Well, there's no need for it. When you're winning the football game like this, just you keep your mouth shut and go about your business.
So he did get the 1st down, and the whistle and the flag came afterwards. So they get him back to the 14-yard line.
So I believe that's 1st and 20. Or 1st and 25. Well, the announcer doesn't know what it is, but we do.
Thanks, Larry.
So
all right. Well, if it was unsportsmanlike, it would have been 15 yards. And
yes, I think it's 1st and 25.
Well, they have to figure out the sticks then, because they don't have that right. All right, Larry, just let the officials figure it out there. Public address is taking care of everything up here. Oh, gracious.
The officials are trying to tell them what to do here with the sticks. These guys are They think it's just a 1st and 10. Well, they don't
should
move
be.
the whole sticks back that way.
It'll be 1st and 25 is what it should be. They'll reset these sticks.
Looks like, yeah, they're setting it, though, that it's going to be 1st and 20.
Yeah, 1st and 20.
So I think Coach Frassinay is trying to tell them, too. Isn't that 5 yards back? But it's not going to be this way.
Coach Tim Frassinay is asking the officials there. And so it will be 1st down, but I think they need to go 5 yards further back. See, I wrote down 15, then I crossed it out, made 10. Then I crossed that out, made 15. Now I've made 10 again. They're gonna say now 15, I bet you. Because the signal was unsportsmanlike. Now they're going to come over and they're going to talk to Tim Frassinay. And
you're going to keep it at 10, I think. I don't understand it. But,
all right, well, at any rate, it is 1st down and 20 to go. The rollout. And with the football,
it's Adam Dumm.
Adam Dumm is running quarterback now, and Adam is going to get it forward out to, looks like the 18-yard line. So give him 4 on 1st down. The clock rolls inside 40 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter. I gave him a 19.
I made the mistake of ripping out my stat sheet out of my tablet, and
the wind came
wind gust came, and we're not going to have any firm numbers here at the end of the game.
That wind's blowing so hard, it's in climber right now. 2nd and very long, and I don't know if anybody can carry that. We'll tell you what that's all about when we get back. We played 3 quarters, 41-0. Penn's Manor leads it on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday. 92.5 FM, U92, U92radio.com.
When I was in high school, I didn't know where I wanted to go to college. But I did know I wanted a major with job potential, and a campus that felt like the right place for me. I chose IUP. I'm studying on a beautiful campus with great professors who focus on student success and 140 academic majors. I'm Megan Spangler. I study nursing. Find your success at IUP.
Welcome back to Corrigan Field, where it's going to be about 3rd down and 16 yards to go for Penn's Manor. The Comets leading 41-0 after 3 quarters. Mercy rule game. Mercy rule from the beginning of the 2nd half and on, so the quarter goes by very, very quickly. Comet football, have another score out of town. Blairsville now leading Ligonier Valley 28-7. Franklin Regional 19-6 over Indiana. Nothing new on the Homer Center game as yet. On 3rd down, the handoff for the Comets, and getting it out across the 25-yard line to the 27. It's pick up of about 8 yards. I think I swallowed a fly there.
I don't know why you'd swallow a fly.
I don't know. Perhaps I'll die. I'm going to give that carry to Frank Skid. I have no idea. I'll be 4th down and about 7 to go now for Penn's Manor.
Then we're going to see our first Comet punt of the game.
Gavin Grimaldi will boot this one. Frassinay back there.
Ambrose as well. A lot of the special teams, they've been kicking away from Frassinay on all the kickoffs. We'll see if they do that here at the punt.
Grimaldi. And they will kick it away, and he'll get a nice bounce. Emeros will chase it, and it will roll inside the 20 to, well, we're going to put it right on the 20-yard line. 10:48 to go, 4th quarter, 41-0 Penn's Manor. Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday, 92.5 FM, U92, U92radio.com.
The brain is a remarkable organ. It's almost infinite in its capacity. Its ability to reach its full potential is limited by only one thing: the heart. For if the heart isn't fully engaged in what you're doing, if you have no drive, no passion, the brain will simply go through the motions. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Trojan football from their 20-yard line, 10:32 on a rolling clock, and the pass is dropped. The quarterback, Tyler Frassinay, with the pass to Tanner Yard, and Tanner couldn't quite get the handle on it looking up the field, and So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. Clock will continue to roll.
That ball was delivered very quickly from Frassinay. Your 10 or yard, you got to go into your break, take your 2 steps, go into your break, and look immediately at the quarterback. He looked a little bit too late, and by that time the ball was already in there and just wasn't ready for it.
Get that thing in stride and go, which is what he did on that 69-yarder that was called back. 2nd down coming up. 9:55 left in the 4th quarter. The snap, and Frassinay keeps it himself. He's got a lot of room to run. He's to the 30, makes a cut to the outside to the 40. Frassinay to the 50-yard line, down the sideline he goes. Tyler Frassinay to the 30 of the Comets. The 20, the 10, he's going to take it all the way. 80 yards, touchdown for Tyler Frassinay of the Saltsburg Trojans.
Wasn't a whole lot of that in the first half, that's for sure. Tyler faked it and then looked to his right and then saw a huge gaping hole, and that's all Tyler Frassinay needed. He's been waiting for that all night long. Hit that hole and then, boy, turn on the jets. You could just see the speed. He's been waiting to get into a full sprint, I think, most of this football game, and when he did, boy, he didn't let the Salzburg Trojan fans down.
Had himself some jets, didn't he? Extra point attempt coming for the Trojans. They're on the board. And see what they want to do here. If they want to call a timeout to set up a conversion, if they have everybody out there that they need out there. Tyler Frassinay, he's gassed. He's over on the sidelines. The extra point attempt will come from big old Jonathan McKnight. And can't see the hold of the official blocks that. Oops, bobbled and having to pick it up and throw it toward the end zone. Caught by Amoros for the 2-point conversion from Frankie Plowman. So 41-8. Penn's Manor the lead, Salzburg the score on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday, 92.5 FM U92, U92radio.com.
Wow. College already.
Yeah. We gotta go.
I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. And thanks for everything.
Gratitude. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Kickoff by Trojans McKnight will be fielded by Penn's Manor and returned to the 41-yard line. And that's where the Comets will take over, leading it now 41-8 after the 80-yard touchdown run by the Salzburg Trojans. Tyler Frassinay. The drive covers 80 yards in 2 plays, a minute and 9 seconds. Our drive summary brought to you by Wood Chevrolet of Plumville, where a wood deal is still a good deal. 41-8. Returned that time by Penn's Manor's Colin Trinkley, who is going to be in the backfield here.
See some of these young guys for the Penn's Manor Comets, and boy, one thing all these guys have in common, Todd, they all look like they've got some jets on them. They're all pretty quick guys.
Trent Franks is your quarterback. Adam Dunn, the freshman, rolls out, gets out of a tackle, comes back the other way with a lot of green in front of him. He's to the 45, the 50-yard line, and tripped up. Nice play coming over there in the open field by Mitchell Carr to get him down at the Trojans' 46-yard line.
Oh, tremendous job. They had him in the backfield. He looked like he was sitting duck back there, but again, reverse field and using the speed, using the elusiveness that a lot of these guys have. And as I said, you're putting in some new guys, but they're all great athletes.
All right, so 1st and 10. And the carry covers 14 yards, and there's bad snap. Flag flies. Offensive line left before the snap. Quarterback wasn't ready for it. That'll be a 5-yarder on Penn's Manor.
Still first down.
It's Adam Tump. Yeah, just load up another one there, Penn's Manor, will you? And off he goes. Now, see, that was supposed to be a 5-yard penalty. The line of scrimmage was the 46. They put it on the 50. So you tell me, what's going on there?
Yeah, pretty clearly, pretty clear. That was a 4-yard penalty apparently.
Nothing like that 4-yard motion penalty back to the 50.
That's one of those new ones.
Comets moving again. Maybe they'll get a 6-yarder here.
We'll see if they make up for for that yard they missed.
Another 5 yards.
All right,
or so.
Put it back at the 45.
Nope.
Oh,
that one was the actual 5-yard variety.
Larry's coaching from the press box again. telling the players to watch the ball. I never heard a public address announcer actually coach the team, but that's what he's doing.
He's coaching them in the obvious manner.
First and 20, which is actually first and 19. Handoff comes up the middle, and the carry from Trent Franks, and he'll get about 6.
And watch the ball. That's your advice. It's like one of the players out there is like, oh, yeah.
At least he didn't say there's somebody coming up behind you. It'll be second and, I guess, 14 for the Comets. And the quarterback is the freshman, Adam Dunn. Adam Dunn is the first baseman. The handoff comes on the end around, making a nice little dip move there, getting back that 10 and even more, and down the sidelines. The run for the Penn Manor Comets finally knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Zach Horwath, another freshman. I think that's Jerry B's grandson. You know that?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Put the ball on the 9.
About that.
Just plug them in. Keep sending these guys. You know, they're all kind of the same type of back. I mean, they're all just these speedsters.
They got 40 yards on that. Yeah.
Wow.
Jerry told me last year, you watch my grandson. He's coming up. He's in 8th grade. Now he's a freshman, and he's a running back. And off he went. First and goal from the 9-yard line for the Comets. Fumbling the ball is Dumb. Gets it off and hands it to Franks. And he'll be caught for no gain. It's a new ball carrier. Danny Myers, number 10 for Penn Manor. No gain. Clock at 5:39. And it's second and goal from the 9-yard line. I need to really stop listening to the public address.
We have to remember, I think we're also on the IUP broadcast tonight on TV, so I don't know if they can hear that or not.
IUP TV, thanks for joining us.
Folks watching this in the middle of the week, if they can hear that, they'll be chuckling as well.
All right, Dom keeps it himself. He missed the handoff. He prances inside the 5-yard line, brought down at about the 4. And this is not Nathan Dunn, but Adam Dunn, his brother. And so give him 5 and make it second down and goal with 4:54 left in the fourth quarter. And onto the football field for Penn Manor comes Cody Pitesh, a junior. He'll split out to the right. Franks is your tail. Dumb is the quarterback, Adam Dumb. And Trinkley is on one wing. The handoff comes to Franks. Bounce off a tackler, and he gets it into the end zone. The touchdown by Trent Franks, the sophomore for Penn Manor. .430 left in the fourth quarter.
4:30 left in the game.
Very methodical drive that time. Got a lot of different guys into the act. And that just seems like that's been the story of the night. It's not one guy who's been doing it. It's been a true team effort here for the Comets all night long.
All right, so all those first teamers that left the football game, I got to strap on the helmet again and get out there for the extra point because they're special teams. And Christian Marshall has to put on the kick and shoe. He's ready to go. Extra point attempt coming after this score. And that goes up and goes wide. Wide to the left. To the right, I should say. 47-8. Penn Manor the lead. It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Football Friday. 92.5 FM U92, U92radio.com.
I did everything right. I went to college, graduated with honors, but I'm just not getting to where I want to be. I need to get to the next level. What am I missing? Where are these people going? What do they have that I don't? How do I get that edge, that hands-on experience that will put me ahead of the competition? Graduate school at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Kickoff by the Penn Manor Comets after the touchdown, and a short man, Mitchell Carr, takes the football at the 20-yard line. Nice return by Mitchell all the way out to the 43. A little burst of speed there.
Yeah, found a little bit of room on the left, and he just shot out of a cannon there, and then some fancy footwork near the end of that run to be able to get a couple extra yards.
So 4:21 to go. It's 47-8. Penn's Manor the lead. Salzburg scored last time with the ball. Tyler Frasine with the 80-yard touchdown run. And Trojans off the bench, and here they go. See, Tristan Zimmerman is in there. And it looks like Ben Sinclair has come into the football game. Might see him at quarterback.
Well, it's good to get the experience for a lot of these young guys and get them some good playing time.
Yeah, this is Ben Sinclair, and there's a flag for too much time, I believe. Delay of game.
On the offense.
Yeah, that's where the officials should say, let him go. Let him go. Let him get the play run.
I'll tell you, this is a Comets team to keep your eye on throughout this season. They're
Yeah.
young. They've got a lot of talent. Their skilled players are explosive, and they can put up a lot of points on you. It's going to be interesting to see. They still got some tough games ahead of them against the Bobcats, the Ligonier Valley Rams, but they are definitely a team to keep your eye on.
This quarterback, Ben Sinclair, is a freshman, 6'1", 145, takes the snap and hands it off. And stopped is Tristan Zimmerman for no gain.
About 3 minutes and counting here in the fourth quarter. That running clock now. It's been the mercy rule for the entire second half.
There's a bat flying out there. Thought you'd like to know.
Oh, there it is.
Second out and 15. And Trojans quarterback Ben Sinclair saying something to his back. He's going to adjust Tristan Zimmerman to his other side. And take the snap, keep it himself. Sinclair hit by a couple of fellas and finally goes down. Tackle that time by Penn's Manor's Nate Price, a junior. And again, no gain by Sinclair, and it's third down and 15.
Other than that big touchdown run by Tyler Frasine here just a couple series ago, it's been tough sledding running the football for the Salzburg Trojans tonight.
2:14 to go. Again, the Trojans early in this football game looked like they might be able to do something against Penn's Manor, but then things fell apart for them rather quickly in that first quarter. Third down, 15 to go for the Trojans. The clock at 1:58. Snap to Sinclair. The handoff to Zimmerman. Actually, he kept it himself and spun away and got it forward for a couple. It'll be fourth down for Salzburg. And they're still going to need 13 for the first down. Let's see exactly what they want to do here. They're punting for
minute and a half left. Might just see him try to run one more play, and
looks like that's what's going to happen. And the officials can time it so that Penn's Manor should just have to run one play and take a knee, and that ought to be it. Sinclair will send triple receivers to the right on fourth down and 13. And there's another one for delay.
And I think the clock ran out. Delay of game on the offense.
All right, so that flag will fly once more, and that'll cost them 5 more yards to make it fourth down and 18 yards. And we'd like to give you our first Commonwealth quick stats, but they
rub it in.
Blew away. They're now in Dixonville.
Yeah, as soon as
had we been able to read them, we tell you that they're brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank, where mortgages make sense. Back to pass Sinclair on fourth down. They'll get him, sack him back there at the 25-yard line. And the pressure applied by Penn's Manor Comets' Danny Myers. And 34 seconds left. And the Comets really don't have to do anything with this. The officials might make them take a knee and call it a game.
They've had good pressure all night long.
They've been after him.
Yeah, as soon as those stats blew away, I looked down in the crowd, seeing if I could spot them somewhere, and a couple of the Penn's Manor fans here look up at me and pointed down and said, they're gone.
All the way down there.
They're gone. Shows you what kind of wind bursts we've had in this game here tonight. But
they're using it as a placemat at Luigi's tonight, your stash. Comets will take a knee, and that is going to be the ball game. Our final score, the Penn's Manor Comets 47, the Salzburg Trojans 8. And our First Commonwealth Bank post-game show is next at First Commonwealth Bank. Make mortgages make sense. Talk to First Commonwealth today. It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school football Friday night on 92.5 FM U92 and online, u92radio.com.